Hello, thank you so much for joining me once again. I've been pleased to see on the television recently that there have been promotions encouraging people to open up and talk. And there was one that I heard of following on from a apparently rather daunting episode of a soap, with the topic being around abortion. And the character who had played the lead role in this apparently afterwards presented a small piece just to say, talk. If you have a problem, talk. And yes, I would totally agree with that. Talking to friends is a brilliant, brilliant first step. But sometimes it needs to go beyond that. Friends, they tend to try and advise, which is good, and in many cases that will solve the problem. But if the problem is maybe longer lasting, deeper seated, then maybe professional help is needed. And I have had people send PMs to me asking, what do I do? And actually I am a counsellor, a hypnotherapist, a life coach, and a hypnobirthing practitioner. And I am going to do a separate piece on hypnobirthing because it seems that not as many people have heard and spoken about it as was the case. So I will share that in a couple of days. But as for finding someone to listen, search around, Google, have a chat with someone before you go to them for therapy, because that therapeutic link, that ability to feel comfortable with the person that you're sitting opposite, is important. And I know that quite a few people do find it daunting, so I actually offer walking therapy, and we'll go maybe on one of the walks that I've shared with you here. We'll walk and we'll talk, but it's not constant face to face. We're walking alongside each other, and so it's easier for some people to open up that way. And if this might appeal to you, then do get in touch. I've been a therapist now for many years, and I have to say I haven't increased my charges over the time. Not a very good businesswoman, but to me, the main reason I trained to be a therapist was to help people. And I know there are people that charge literally 3 times plus what I do for a therapeutic hour of 50 minutes rather than a whole hour. And I know that they don't do reductions for children. And I was having this discussion with my son, and he said, well, that's you, that's typical of you. But he was saying it in a put down way rather than good for you way. So is it me? I don't know. But I will continue being me. If you aren't local to me, then I do offer work by Skype. I do offer phone counselling, but it is better if we can actually see each other. Now, maybe having seen me on here, you won't agree with that, but hey ho. So, talking is important, but also having people who can support you is important. We all need that at times, and I don't know what it is about the way we are, certainly in Britain at present, but so many people are saying, I just feel odd. I've never got back to being me. I struggle with things. So I think there's a lot of us who need support, and I include myself in that list. I'm lucky that I have some wonderful friends, and they and I will share things, talk, and it will mean that I don't need to go and find a therapist. And I'm going to share some words that a lovely friend of mine has sent by text, not too distant past, because she knew how I was feeling. I haven't told her I'm doing this because she'd probably say, "Oh no, don't." But I'm going to. Shh, don't tell. So she said, "Your problem with weight gain and your clothes not fitting. Do you know, even so, I see you as an individual and unique. For now, just be well. Who you are is vital. You have to acknowledge that you are the best and go for it. I try to and have setbacks, but always as women, especially of later years, the fight is on. Remember, you are fabulous, not worthy of all the misery that you have had to endure. Wake up to your power." And I've shared those words because they don't just apply to me, they apply to a lot of us. And she said in a follow-up message, having checked whether I wanted to meet up or whether I was happy to carry on texting for a while. Weight gain doesn't define you. You as the wonderful person you are, fat, thin, no matter. You are always you, unique, an amazing person in your very own right, with nothing to prove, because you are simply you. And those are such important words for each and every one of us, whether you've put on weight, whether you've lost confidence, whatever. You are you, and you are special. But if you feel that you do need to talk to a therapist, send me a private message. My website details are in the top of my channel page. Do get in touch. I'll include them in the blurb underneath, but I'm not sure whether YouTube allow things like that. One can but see. But take care. Take the very best care of yourself that you can. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.